Hey, g'day guys, Clint here for dropshipdownunder.com.au. Today I'm going to be talking about my 3 top secrets to putting together killer product descriptions. So with that, let's get cracking. Right, so my 3 top tips or 3 top secrets to having killer high converting product descriptions. Obviously a picture says 1,000 words, so you really obviously want to have stunning images, okay? But the next best thing, and what people read, and the next best thing that sells them is your product descriptions. And so many people just cut and paste them in and hope for the best, and that's not necessarily the way to do it. If you're going to get started, obviously you just cut and paste, turn the ads on, get started, but you need to come back through and redo all of your product descriptions, and I'll tell you why, okay? Number one, my tip number one is well actually I'll get into this first. There's 2 kind of people that will buy on your store, right? There's the dreamers, and then there's the analyticals, or the people that are very analytical about the way they buy things, okay? So for the dreamers, a product description that not only tells them about the product but builds up the dream of what they're buying, okay? So for example, in our course we talk about we use fishing reels, high-end fishing reels as an example of a high ticket item, right? So if you're going to build a store based around those sort of items, right? Obviously the fishing reel, you're going to tell them how it works and what it does and what it's for. But also within that description, you need to also be talking about things, how they're going to feel when they're using it, like, what sort of beautiful, I don't know, you've got to describe the dream as much as you're describing the product, okay? So you got to tell them how many big fish they're going to catch, how it's going to feel, on their rod, how smooth it is, maybe talk, or your mates are gonna love all the fish you're bringing in. This kind of thing. Do you kind of get what I'm talking about? So you want to make a really clear description of what the product is, but you also want to be selling the dream within that product. Okay, so I mean, this can take a while, I must admit. So don't panic if you're not all up with it right now. But that is very important. And the next part of your description, obviously, is the specs. And this is for the analytical people who want to know every single detail about what it is. Its tear, weight, what it can pull in. All the little numbers that matter to some people, right? So some of your suppliers may or may not give you really comprehensive specs, but you've got to reach out and kind of force them into the issue and get as many details about the products as you possibly can, okay? So they're the 2 type of people that are going to be buying from your store. So that's number one. Next one, within your descriptions, you want to keyword stuff them, okay? Which means it's really good for your SEO, helps you stand out within Google, helps them pick you up, and just generally helps you rank, when people are searching for your site, okay? And what I mean by keywords, generally they're long tail keywords. So again, we're using the fishing example again. You might within your description there somewhere put in words like best fishing reels Australia, or best fishing reels online, or top 10. This is one of the top 10 fishing reels online. These kind of long tail keywords. You'll find out more about the keywords that are popping once you turn your ads on, okay? So once you notice that there's certain long tail keywords or certain keywords that are really popping for your ads, so that people are searching for, clicking on your ad, that you need to start stuffing your product descriptions with those kind of keywords, okay? Lastly, and this is something that almost everybody leaves out, okay? And that's massive calls to action for these people, right? So the way I do this, and this is Sales 101, is I lead with an affirmation, for example, something along the lines of, this is a great fishing reel, you've made the right choice and you deserve it. Something along those lines. And they nod their head, yes, it does look like a good fishing reel, and yes, I do deserve it. You know what I mean? So it's the power of suggestion is just so powerful. So the close at the very end of your description is very, very important, okay? So I lead with the close, I lead with an affirmation, something along the lines, again, you know, you deserve it, this is a great fishing role, you're making the right decision, etc., etc. And then I close it out with a strong direction and a scarcity call. Okay, so what I'll say is and then once I've given them an affirmation, I say add to cart now, or scroll up and click the button to add to cart now, or head to cart now, limited stock only. Okay, so it's a hard close and I'm taking it away at the same time. So a hard close and scarcity. Okay, so on every single product description you have, even if you can't be bothered writing out all of these new descriptions and everything we're talking about, you know, and you know, being highly descriptive, and you know, selling a dream, selling a story, adding your specs. If you do nothing else, if you just cut and paste everything else in, make sure that you add the hard close and the scarcity, because that is the power of suggestion. There is they don't want one people sort of like direction. Two, they don't want to miss out. Okay, so you're playing on two emotions there. Sales 101. So out of everything that I've spoken about right there, make sure you have your call to action and the scarcity side of things. Okay, so that's about it, guys. They're my three killer tips for product descriptions. I hope that made sense. I think I went a bit wayward just then, but that's all good. So that's about it, yeah, guys. If you want to find out more about dropshipping, head over to dropshipdownunder.com.au. We've got a free niche guide over there. If you're just starting out, you can get that, download that, and get yourself a few ideas. We've also done a killer course over there, so you can head over to dropshipdownunder.com.au, check it out. You know, lots of cool stuff over there. Other than that, guys, give me a big thumbs up if you got something from the vid. Make sure you leave a few comments if you've got any questions or, you know, thoughts on the vid, and obviously subscribe to the channel. And other than that, keep living the dream, and we'll talk again next time. Cheers.